Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 24-yard line.
Check that. 19. Check 53. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On first down, it's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Out of the gun, Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's Watson, almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Push him back. 9.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Chiefs have got it. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Yellow. Check three.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. On 2nd down, Love. And an alley to run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now. It's Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Watson to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. 4th down, so the Texans dial up the number of their second-year punter, Trevor Daniel. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs have got a 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yellow. Check 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Check 31.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
15. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch out.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Attack.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Motion backfield. And we're going 30. I don't need to. Quit talking about it.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Forced out to his left. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. And we're going 37 to Mike.
They go play fake. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
In your face. 36.
On first down, here's Love. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, and he will take it on in. for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Chris Jones on the stop. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the 50, it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. His throw incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The sack there by Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
You can't stop me. 15. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play outside deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Like 50, Mark. I'm 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 58 yards.
First down.
66.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Shit, Ripley. Deuce.
On first down, Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Watson looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Watson on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. 66.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes rolling to his right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Love. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the 44, Mahomes, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Stop right there. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. SOS. Whip. Watch the whip. He's 15. Crash.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Watson now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Hey, alert.
To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Watch. 15. Jim. Hey, 15. My side.
Mahomes now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Wait. I'll go line. You ain't got nothing. Hey, 15. Check. Come back. No. Off. Check. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Defense, win shit. Attack. Hey, 41's mic. Echo. Get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. They'll run with Love. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Here we go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
37's the mic. Mike 37. You're trash. Safe.
On the carry, it's Love. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. at the 34-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, 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 check. Under yellow. Under crunch. Hey, 57. Check. Attack, attack.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Hey, 57, 57.
That's a gain of 8.
You got time.
Makes it
You
3rd
got time right
and
there.
3.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Chopper. Chopper. We're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. All day, baby, all day. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Watson on first down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Another try after the first down sack. Watson buying time to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down.
Motion.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. This is Love, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
Check 15. Check 15. 15. Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, here's Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. And the ball comes out. Love lost it, and the Texans scoop it. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 7-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now Watson, operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's checking crap. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. To throw is Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
50, Mike 50.
On first down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hit him down, hit him down. Check.
Throwing again. Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last throw here for Watson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for Kansas City, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.